Hi there. I'm Erica Ely, Assistant Director for Career Education and Exposure in the University Career Center. The purpose of this video is to give you some tips to start your internship search and ways to engage early with the University Career Center. Before we jump in, I'd like for you to take a guess with something. For August 2018, December 2018, and May 2019 grads, what percentage of them had an internship experience at the University of Maryland? What do you think? 30%, 60%? It's actually 83% of students. Students are getting the message that internships are extremely valuable for career exploration and the ability to land a job after graduation. This percentage may go down as a result of COVID-19, and that is completely understandable. But please know that there are still employers that are recruiting for interns, even if it may look a little bit differently in an online environment. So, what is an internship? How is it different from a part time job or a volunteer experience? Well, what makes an internship different is what you learn from it. An internship should have the student's best interest in mind. And what do I mean by that? Well, you should focus on finding an internship that meets your career interests. The internship should come with quality training and quality supervision, especially with COVID-19. Many internships are going online. How will you connect and engage with your supervisor? This is a question that you can ask during the interview portion. You want to make sure you're having a positive internship experience, and the quality of the program is a huge factor in that. Is this an experience you want to actually have? Just because it comes with the intern title doesn't mean it is necessarily a good fit for you and what you want to explore. It also doesn't necessarily mean that the employer has put work and effort into planning a quality internship program. So definitely do your due diligence before accepting an internship opportunity. How do you search for an internship experience? Take a moment here to think about where you think you would maybe start. One way to start is by thinking about what career field or career fields you want to explore. Not every industry recruits or hires interns the same exact way and the same exact timeline. If you're interested in accounting, they usually start their internship hiring early in the fall semester for the following summer's program. Same with internships in intelligence. They actually sometimes start the summer prior. Students interested in healthcare and who are pre-med, they might find more volunteer opportunities instead of internships. Truly, what matters is the relevant experience based on the field that you're thinking about pursuing. If you're still not sure where you're headed career wise, there are some resources that could be helpful, including Occupational Outlook Handbook, ONET, and the Vault, which are listed on this screen. For now, I will show you one of the resources, Occupational Outlook Handbook at bls.gov/OOH. Here you will see a bunch of occupation groups on the left side navigation bar. Click on one that is most of interest to you. I'm going to click on Business and Financial Group, and you will be taken to a page that starts to break down that occupation into groups. Click on one that you want to explore. For example, I'm going to select Financial Analysts. You'll be taken to a page that gives you more details about what it's like to be a financial analyst. Here, you will be able to click on tabs about what they do, typical work environments, and maybe what types of companies and organizations should you be looking into for relevant internships, how to become one. So, what kind of education or certifications or training would you need? And believe me, it is not just finance majors who become financial analysts. Job outlook. So, are the numbers of jobs in this field increasing or are they decreasing? If decreasing, we want to look at some other options. State and area data provides details of job opportunities based on the geographic region you want to be in. And then maybe all of this information sounds good. You can then select similar occupations to see a list of other jobs that have similar qualities but are a little bit different. You'll also notice for some of the job titles that there is a video associated with the information provided. Where geographically and when do you want to have the internship? Is a question that you should be asking yourself. Sometimes the internship search can be as simple as Googling types of organizations in the geographic region in which you're interested. Don't only rely on actively posted internships and databases. Conduct your own employer research too. So, for example, if you want to work for a museum in Baltimore, let's Google museums in Baltimore and get a nice listing of places to start searching. And what you can do is go onto the organization's website to see if they have information posted about internships and jobs. And And of course, engage right away with career related resources you have available to you as a University of Maryland student. You have access to us, the University Career Center. We work with all majors. And in a bit, I will walk you through the events that either are coming up or have kind of passed through our center that you can engage in and to learn more about industries and career fields and to start connecting with employers. You also have access to our YouTube channel that has a lot of recordings of our events as well. The University Career Center has career advisors called program directors who are embedded in colleges to provide major and college specific resources. We have embedded program directors in the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, College of Arts and Humanities, College of Behavioral and Social Sciences, College of Computer, Mathematical, and Natural Sciences, and the School of Public Health. Business and engineering have their own career centers, but those students can still interact with the University Career Center. Here's just a sample of other resources available to students through their academic departments or colleges. The College of Behavioral and Social Sciences is an example where they are very active with providing major specific content to give students insight into what their majors do after graduation and where they intern as a current student. You'll find other relevant resources for other majors on this slide as well. Please note that not all colleges are listed on here. So please do your own research too if you're not finding your college to be represented. In the University Career Center, we plan a lot of networking events throughout the semester. Our events are currently being held virtually, and we're trying our best to still make them as impactful as possible, even in the online space. We're still holding career fairs where students are able to connect with employers virtually, both one on one through video calls and through group sessions. We're hosting careers in panels where alumni and employers and parents and friends at campus are sharing what it is like to work in their career field. Topics can change every semester. Actually, they do change every semester. And they can range from allied health to data science to environmental justice and working with children. A moderator asks questions, and then students can also submit questions through the chat feature. It is an easy way to learn more about a field from individuals who want to share their experience and perspective with UMD students. Also, we have a program that historically had a job shadowing component to it called Intern for a Day, but in the interim, it has transitioned to Intern for a Day Light, which connects students to virtual informational interviews with professionals in a field of interest. We have a Thrive to Succeed series that empowers students to prepare for a multi-ethnic workplace. We hosted a panel of internship programs that place students of color into internship experiences. We also have a listing of those programs on our website at internships.umd.edu. This is just a very small sample of some of the programming that we provide to students. Everything can be found on our events calendar at careers.umd.edu/events-calendar. Some programs have passed for the fall semester, but a lot of our recordings can be found on our YouTube channel at UMD Career Center, including resume writing videos, exploring careers, recordings of our careers and panel series, and so much more. So be sure to check that out. University Career Center also has a database called Careers for Terps. In here, employers will post part-time jobs, full-time jobs, and internships, specifically knowing only University of Maryland students have access to the database. There are a lot of resources in there too, including all of our upcoming events and tools to help you research careers and industries. Check out the Careers for Terps overview video on our YouTube channel for more information on all the ways you can use Careers for Terps. So, that was a lot so far. And pretty much everything I have covered are resources that are provided to you through the University Career Center and other campus departments. And I didn't even cover it all. Be sure to check out our website for resources on getting your resume together and sample resumes, how to write a cover letter, interviewing tips, and so much more. For now, let's transition to other resources you have available to you outside of campus. Here is a listing of some other resources you should be looking into based off of the career field that you're thinking about pursuing. Keep in mind, not every internship is going to be actively posted on a database, so don't only rely on job databases. Do some research about the field you're thinking about pursuing and typical hiring practices for their internships. Also, create your own listing of companies and organizations that match your career interests in the geographic region you are thinking about pursuing. Stay organized. Some students will create a Google sheet of the organizations they're interested in applying to. What's the name of the internship? What's the posting deadline? Do they know anyone from the organization? It can really help you stay on track and remember where you are in the process. And of course, make sure your family and friends are aware of your internship search. When they ask about how school is going and what it's like to be handling this virtual world and classes, also let them know that you're actively looking for an internship experience and let them know the field that you're thinking about pursuing. You never know how they could potentially be connected. And when applying to internships, part of your first impression is your resume. We want to make sure you are submitting a best effort resume. On the University Career Center website, under the resume section, you will have access to a resume basics module. It takes about 20 minutes to get through, and it gives you tips to create a quality resume along with resume samples, templates, and activities. We even talk about ATS, Applicant Tracking System, which is software that some major Fortune 500 companies will use to compare your resume with certain keywords found in the job description. Does your resume line up in order to move forward with a hiring manager? Are you tailoring and targeting your resume? The Resume Basics module will cover all of this and much more. So, finally, I want to encourage you to be your own best advocate when you're looking for internships. Not all internships are created equal, and so it is important that you have some key information before accepting an internship, such as how does this internship relate back to some of my career interests? Are you only doing the internship so that you have an internship listed on your resume, or are you truly interested in the work? Internships are time consuming, so you want to commit to something that you're genuinely enthusiastic about. What are at least three things you will learn as a result of the experience? If you're unsure, perhaps talk to the employer to get some more insight into the projects that you would be a part of. Do they sound exciting? What type of training will you receive, and is it sufficient? Is the employer going to help set you up for success, or are they try just kind of let you try to figure things out for yourself? Training is key, especially for internship experiences and especially if it is in a virtual environment. Remember, internships are all about your learning and development, so advocate for yourself and make sure you're signing up for an opportunity you're genuinely interested in. I hope you found this information about internship searching and the University Career Center to be helpful. Check us out on our website at careers.umd.edu and look us up on social media, especially YouTube, as we are recording many of our events. Best of luck and think of us if you need some additional guidance in your internship search.